everybody, this is Shadows of Vanguard here, coming at you with the Megacolony deck profile. So, I would say it is a pretty fun deck with the cradle and everything. You never have a problem with hand, in all honesty. I would say the only deck that is pretty annoying for this deck is maybe Leward, but overall, it smacks. It smacks really hard. First, we're going to start off with the Grade 0 starter. Youthful Mutant Dorcus, or I don't know how you say that. Next, we're going to have the 4 PGs, basic PGs. Yeah, people these days are running the 2 crits, 2 draws, or, you know, some people with this deck is running 4 crits. I'm just going to run all draws. Because, you know, I've been playing against the Ward, and I was thinking, because, you know, mostly everyone's going to be using the Wards these days, it's better be safe than sorry and then just run 4 crits, you know. Alright, so then we're going to go with the next. It's going to be 8 crits. So, you know, because you're going to need the pressure, because Megacolony, I would say it doesn't really have a lot of power to it, so that's why you want to get the crits in. And then I'll show you a way to pull off multiple attacks and get some power in to make these crits really worth it. And then, obviously the last one, which in every deck should, 4 heals. So, that's the trigger lineup. Pretty simple, you know. Alright, onto the grade 1s. We have 4 of this guy right here. His name is Turbulent Signal. So his ability, you can see it right there, put the top card in your opponent's deck. So I love it when, you know, Excel decks, they have like so many grade 3s, and Protect decks, they have so many grade 3s. They drop that grade 3, I just cradle 3 cards for just 1 counter blast, and they just get so mad. It's hilarious. So this guy's really good. I put him in any deck. And, you know, they drop a grade 1 from that deck, that's still fine. Counter blast 1 to cradle 1, still really good. Now, 4 of our grade 3 searcher. Basically, you know, you should know this, like everyone should know the fact it's the same thing, you know. Just look at the top 5, grade 3, discard. But then his first ability is during your turn, if your opponent has no stand units, this unit gets 5,000. So, you know, you need power with this. So if you can find any cards with power, that's good. Then I'm running 3 of her. When placed, discard a card, you cradle a card if you discarded a grade 3. So yeah, basically I discard a card, I draw a card, and then just drop a grade 3, which, you know, being a Protect deck, you have a decent amount of grade 3s, and then just draw a card, just, you know, cradle a card. And we got Disturbance Mutant Moshiroro. I'm saying these all wrong, I already know. Retire this unit, choose one of your opponent's rear guards out of cradle marker, with a cradle marker, and then retire it. And then if you do retire it, you get to call the same grade to the rear guard circle. So basically, when you get rid of that cradle, let's say it's a grade 2, you get a grade 2 into your hand, and you get to 1 on your rear guard circle. So it's like double, you know, what does he call, like double the bonus, yeah. So it can only be used once per turn because it's that good. But I only run 2 because, you know, I can get the 2 easy from my deck. But overall, I don't want to mill out too quick, because the problem with this deck is that I kind of like lost my deck really quick in battles. But I never worry about like how to guard or anything like that, because this deck's just pure stacking of hand. But yeah, I understand some people are running the 10,000 when placed, and then you rest it, and then at the end of the turn they put it into the soul counter charge. I was gonna get it, but then, you know, I was thinking, you know, this would be fine, and it works. You just need to be really, really smart if you counter blast. Just think about how to make a combo plays and everything. Alright, onto the grade 2s. We have 4 of Melody Mutant Nympha. I don't know, Nympha? Yeah, I think so. During your turn, if your opponent has a rear guard of cradle marker on it, this gets 6,000, so good power. And then this one is when you Soul Blast, when you attack, and then you choose one of your opponent's rear guards without any cradle markers on it and put a cradle marker on it for just a Soul Blast. So you're not even counter blasting, which is really good. So really, really good. Okay, so onto this one. Everyone has this in their deck. Spoiling Mutant Sticky Bolas. So when placed, counter blast one, look at the top 6 for Dark Face, and then reveal up to a total of 2, which I always get 1 or 2. So, you know, you get to get 2 grade 3s in your hand, which that's a big plus. And then when it attacks, Soul Blast 1, this gets 6,000 for each cradle marker your opponent has. So that's, you know, vicious. And then it's 2,000 or greater, draw a card. Alright. So this is a guard mechanic. I only have this guy just so it's like extra guard, because Loire, they just pump too much, like 3 forces a turn. It's crazy. So I have this guy, so if they don't replace their rear guards or anything like that, which Loire's, they always replace their rear guards, so it's kind of hard. But most decks, they can't replace their rear guards. Oh, you got all cradles and they don't want to replace it because their hand's small. Boom, just a big beefy shield right there. And I'm only running 10 grade 2s because, you know, I'm trying to run a lot more grade 3s, trying to balance things out. Alright, onto the grade 3s. We have 4 of the main girl, Gredora. Yeah, I said it right. Okay, cool. Okay, choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards without any cradle markers on it. Put a cradle marker on it. And then the last ability is when it attacks, retire rear guard, switch for a grade 3. You call that card out, and then when you attack, this gets the plus 10k, and then that one gets plus 10k. So it's an extra, basically like you pull 2 triggers. So it's pretty good. And then we got the other, Dark Face. This one, Intimidating Mutant Dark Face. Its ability to discard a card from your hand. When your opponent's rear guards without any cradle marker on it, you just put a cradle marker on it. And then when it attacks, counter blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards with a cradle marker on it, retire it, and it gets 5,000 for each grade it was. So if it was a grade 3, which I don't see a lot of people putting grade 3s on the rear guard, so let's say it's grade 2, he gets another 10k. So if you see someone with a grade 3 out, he is the best choice to call for that grade 3 option. So that would be 22 plus that, that'd be 32, 37 right there, an attacker off the bat when you use her ability, which is kind of scary. Now we only have 2 more. One place, counter blast 1, put 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck into the drop zone, and if one is grade 1 or greater, put that it was put until the end of the turn. When your opponent would call from his or her hand, he or she must call 2. So basically, you're putting 2 cards off the opponent's deck. It's gotta be a grade 1 or greater. So, you know, I've never had someone mill 2 triggers the entire time I was playing, and so far with this deck, I think I had more than 40 matches, I believe, and it never happened to me once where the guy milled 2 triggers. So, you know, they have the guard of 2. Let's say if they only have like 3 cards in the hand, and you know one of them is a perfect guard. Basically, they're done. It's over. You already won. So this guy is really good. So now we're going to go on to a big play that I'll show you guys that I usually do. Alright, so this is the best setup, I would say. And this is how I'll tell you it works. So usually, you know, with this setup, and then you're not playing against Loire's, let's say you're not, and then they had 4 rear guards out, 1, 2, 3, 4. So think about that. That's 4 cradle markers. You know, they'll learn by then. They won't have a full field. So I'm just going to say at least, you know, on average 3 to 4 cradle markers will be out. So let's say that. And then what we're going to do first, we're going to attack with one of these first. So just one like that. And then you're going to Soul Blast 1. Bam. So when you Soul Blast, what you're going to do, that's 12. That's 24 plus 9. That's a 33 swinging right there. So you get that 33 swinging. Boom. That's a big chunk out of their hand. Then you go straight with her. Boom. That's 20. What you're going to do, retire this. Get rid of that. And then what you want to do is call this grade 3 out. And this is a 30 attacking. Then you do your triggers, blah blah blah. Let's say you get one trigger, right? This one gets this. So this will be 32 attacking. And you'll see what I mean. Because this is plus 10 from her ability, plus the trigger. You'd want to put it on there. And then this 32, and then his ability, Counterblast, is Counterblast 1. Get rid of that grade 2, that's a 42. And then you boost, boom. That's going to be 50. Plus the 5, that's a 55 attacking. Pretty, you know, a big column for a Megacolony. Then you just swing with this last one. Bam. Boom. Soul Blast. Right there. That's going to be, so 24 plus 9. That's going to be, again. And then we're going to do plus 8 and 5. So you'd be swinging for 46. And that's going to be a pretty good number, you know, with just that. So all those numbers in just one turn. That's more than 100k all total together attacking. That's just massive, you know? And just gets a big chunk out of that person's hand. Now, if you're playing Protect 2, yeah, I wouldn't really play Protect 2. It depends on your opponent. If, you know, they're playing a deck that really doesn't have, like, a big hand, they don't pull in, like, big hands, yeah, I'll go Protect 2 and just try to finish it off quick and just pure pressure him. But I always stick with Protect 1, especially with this new clans coming out. They put too much pressure out and too much damage out and too much power into one rearguard. So that's why I like Protect 1, and that's why you see, if you look in stores and prices, you see that Protect 2s are everywhere. Like, there's abundance of Protect 2s, but you get a Protect 1, most of those are all sold out. So that's what I'm saying. Just run Protect 1 with this deck. You're going to see results. Alright, and that would be my Megacolony deck profile. Sorry if I was a little bit stuttery or something like that. I just got back from a party and, you know, people kept telling me to post a Megacolony. They're like, oh, I thought you were going to post it this day. I try to rush as much as possible, and I'm sorry for not posting it earlier. But overall, you know, I'm going to be getting the new Great Nature, and I'm pretty happy. You know, I love the panda thing. So we're going to get the Great Nature, and as soon as that comes out, I will post the Great Nature. Alright guys, thank you for watching.